Grandmaster Faqs, and this is another Partynerdz exclusive. So I got a chance to see Transformers War for Cybertron that basically debuted on Netflix around July 30th. And it's 6 episodes. And what I can plainly say is that for those of you that have never seen any type of origin story about Cybertron, here's a little glimpse of what you were basically in store for if you haven't seen it already.
Cybertron needs freedom.
So everybody knows the story of the Transformers arriving on Earth, but we haven't seen pretty much a scale-on series about the detailed battles between both factions, the Decepticons and the Autobots on Cybertron. Now, we saw a little bit of it in Bumblebee, which was probably like the first 10 minutes, but that first 10 minutes was probably like the best part of the entire fucking movie.
They broke into the front lines!
But in this, you basically see the kind of like the environmental battle, and I call it an environmental battle because you're looking at the Decepticons and the Autobots fight for resources, basically energon cubes, in order to stay afloat. And then of course you have Megatron and then Optimus playing the leaders of both factions in order to maintain the resources that they need to possibly get off the planet or to just take over Cybertron. Megatron wants to keep Cybertron. He wants to take over all factions, meaning the Autobots, and pretty much rule Cybertron. Optimus is just trying to get the fuck off the planet. He's like, give me all the energon I need and let me get out of here. He basically he's having his leave Earth moment, okay? And you see like sort of details about the Autobots and the Decepticons that I've never seen before. For one, in the introduction of Bumblebee, you come to find out that he wasn't even an Autobot from the beginning. He was pretty much a scrapper. And he held no factions. He was just there trying to, like, he's basically the dude on the corner that's just trying to make his bread. He was a hustler. So in the long run, you come to find out later on in the series that Bumblebee plays a pretty pivotal character in this entire movie because of who he is and what his persona is about. And it pretty much takes the fold of the fact that amongst all the madness that's going around on Cybertron, you come to find out that Megatron is just like he was in the cartoons. He was a not to be fucked with character. And I say that politely because in the first, if you want to call it a battle, let's say the first fist fight that happens between Megatron and Optimus, Optimus gets trashed. Like obliterated. Like he couldn't even get land a punch, where you wouldn't even see that necessarily in those blockbuster movies that Michael Bay made with all them fucking explosives and everything like that. But you saw a Megatron that was just about his goal. And if you saw it from the cartoons, like pretty much, yeah, he had an evil cohort. Starscream was Starscream. Let me tell, all right, I'm gonna go into Starscream right now, because the Starscream that they had in War for Cybertron was the Starscream that I remember from the old Transformers cartoons from the 80s. He's pretty much like, he's a brown noser, teacher's pet. He wants Megatron he wants to be second in command to Megatron, but ultimately Megatron already has a second in command in Jetfire, but Jetfire has morals. Starscream just wants the clout. He's a clout chaser. Like Starscream just basically, he was like, yo, I did this for you. He's like, what about that? I did this for you. Yo, how can I get in line? He's constantly snitching on Jetfire every chance that he gets. Like him and his crew are just like some straight up clout chasers. He's trying to get put on. Like, he's that dude that runs up in like a rapper's studio and tries to kick a freestyle for him so he can get in there.
Huh? It's a possibility.
And it's hilarious, but it's also enlightening to see Starscream in his truest form. Jetfire is another character that you will find that I just talked about, as somebody is having extreme morals and come to find out later on in the program that you do see a few of either Decepticons joining the Autobots, not even vice versa, but they kind of see like the hardline trueness of what the Autobots are pretty much about. But back to what deep scaled, I'd say in episode 3, and note this is 6 episodes, but Ultra Magnus, and I say this with all sincerity, the way he was written in Transformers the movie, the way he was written in the cartoon, and the way he was written in War for Cybertron, he's still a bitch ass nigga. He's always been a bitch ass nigga. In Transformers the movie in 1987, you could have sworn with the Matrix that he was trying to open and saying,
Open! Damn it, open!
He got blasted away into a million bits. In this one, he had the hardest entrance I ever seen possible. Walked up on Decepticons, all in this arena, and he looked hard as hell. Got the cloak on. Can't even see his eyes. He looked hard. He looked like he about to do some damage. But no, he came there to negotiate. And what happened after that? He got captured. And what happened after that? He snitched. But then he really didn't snitch. But then what happens after that? He gets killed again. You know, for somebody to be second in command to Optimus, I realize, okay, he has the truest, he's got the biggest heart, okay? And that's probably what propels him in order to be the character that he is. But he has the biggest heart and he can't fight. This is what I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, pretty much out of the blue, you come to find out that his power scale jumps into Bumblebee by the Alpha Trion. And you just see like the evolution of what Bumblebee is. What you've seen from Bumblebee in those movies as being like the second in command and also the bravest warrior that they pretty much had. Bumblebee becomes that character. And we're not talking about him turning into Golden Bug for those later cartoon episodes of Transformers. But you're looking at him on the scale of, they found a character who was pretty much small in scale, a runt in the litter. You know, he wasn't even like he's not intimidating enough of a factor for him to actually like pose a threat to anybody in the Decepticons, but he does work. You know what I'm saying? And the whole perception of it, because I know it's a trilogy, so this is like the first season of it, and Brandon Easton, the writer for this entire show, did an excellent job. And I'm not going to spoil the ending, although I did spoil that much, and it's so the fuck what, because you should have watched it anyway.
What did you say, nigga?
Fight that you see basically of their origin story and how it's played out, on how they leave Cybertron, or the beginnings of how Cybertron was formed, is exactly what you wanted. Like, this is exactly what we needed. You know, for those of us that were diehard Transformers fans, you wanted a large-scale Cybertron series. You didn't want it in a movie because you feel you'd be shorted. You wanted to know the exact factions of it. You wanted to know about the Alpha Tron. You wanted to know about the Guardians. The Guardians is a whole nother fucking saga. And I can say that they did an excellent job with these first 6 episodes. And I'm looking forward to more. But let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to us at the Partynerdz YouTube page. Hit us up on the Partynerdz IG, myself, Grandmaster Faqs, on IG or Twitter. And stay tuned for more developments.